For today's practice, you might want to block and you might want a blanket. So grab that, but you may not need any props at all. So let's just start in a seated position. If you want to sit on your block, you can. We're just going to take a little wrist stretch. So take your left hand out in front, like you're saying stop, and then pull the fingertips back toward your face and press the heel of your hand forward. So your arm is straight here, and you're just pulling those fingers back. And we can take a little neck stretch here. Drop one ear to one shoulder. And drop the other ear to the other shoulder. And then we'll point the fingertips down and pull the fingers toward us. So same thing, arm is straight here. You can take some slow head circles if you like. So today's another day where we're working into the triple burner and the pericardium meridians of the body, the channels that run through the fascia of the body. Okay, release that, roll out the wrist. And the pericardium runs along the inner aspect of the arm to the armpit over near the heart. So opposite hand out in front, pull the fingertips towards your face, straightening that arm. And then the triple burner meridian runs along the back side of the arm, the top of the hand. So we're going to be doing some arm stuff today. And then point those fingertips down, pull them towards your face, keeping the arm straight if you can. Maybe drop one ear to one shoulder, and the other ear to the other shoulder. Take some head circles. Just notice where you're at today. Notice how you're feeling in your upper body. And release that hand, roll the wrist around. We'll just take a few nostril breaths here. So take your left thumb, place it on the side of your left nostril, and you're just going to breathe in through one nostril and then breathe out the same nostril. We'll do that 5 times. So breathe in and breathe out, same nostril. Once you finish that, release your thumb. Just breathe through both nostrils. See if you notice any difference. And then we'll switch to the other side. So your opposite thumb, the right thumb on the outside of the right nostril. And then we'll breathe in and out the left nostril 5 times. When you finish that breath, just breathe naturally through your nose. If you can, breathe through your nose. And then from here, we'll come down to side lying Buddha. So if you want to use your blanket here, you can. And you're just going to place your right forearm or your elbow on that blanket. You don't have to use a blanket. You could just use your mat, or you could put a block under that arm. And then your knees can be bent out in front, stacked. And from here, it just kind of looks like you're going to read a magazine right here on your mat. You're just going to drop that side body, that right side body down toward the mat. So your shoulder is going to start to creep up to your ear. So relax your shoulder and then rest that right ear on that right shoulder. You can just stay here and really feeling into that side body here on the right. Now, if you're not quite feeling much there, you might try elevating that elbow onto a block or a blanket. And if you have a block, you can raise the block up high if you need to. And you might feel it more if you do that. Just find your favorite spot and relax there. You can also rest your head in your hand if you wanted to and just let the side body melt down to the ground that way. So just feel it out until you find that sensation on the side body and then rest there. The trick here is to just fully relax in the side waist, melting that part down to the mat. And begin to notice your emotions. How are you feeling today? You can try to label those emotions. This is fear, this is boredom, or maybe you can notice a hindrance. Maybe you're feeling sleepy. You can say, this is sleepiness, or this is boredom, or this is annoyance. So you decide what you want to label, what you notice. And when you label them, you can notice their impermanence and notice them starting to dissolve away. Because you start to notice that they're not attached to you. You are not identified with those feelings and those thoughts. They're just little visitors coming by and hanging out for a while and leaving those feelings. And same with your thoughts. So see if you can label them. And if you notice your thoughts, you can even label those thought, or whatever the thought is. Food, bed, Joe, mom, dad, brother, whatever you're thinking of, you can label it and then just let it pass through. And then from here, we're just going to fall all the way gently down to our belly and take that same arm, that right arm, out behind us in a goalpost type arm, so a bent elbow. And then you can keep the knees out in front stacked. We're just going to add a little bit of pressure, just rolling over onto that shoulder. You can rest the head down onto a mat. I'll turn this way so you can see what I'm talking about. So basically open wing, but with a goalpost arm. Your knees are out in front, and you can just rest down here. And slowly come up. And we'll switch to the other side. We'll take that side lying Buddha. If you want to take your blanket or block onto the other side and roll onto the left arm this time. And this time really melt that body, that side body on the left down to the mat. Rest your left ear on your left shoulder. And stay here. Just let your mind wander without any control over what you're thinking about. You're just watching it all float by, labeling it if you remember to label it, and relaxing into your experience. One thing I forgot to mention on the other side is you can straighten out that bottom leg and drop the front knee down, and that might increase the sensation on the side body as well. And from here, you can slowly come down to your belly and take that right arm out to the side in a goalpost arm or just a bent elbow. Knees can stay out in front of you. Rest your head down and just taking that open wing, but it's a broken open wing. Hopefully it's not breaking your wing, but it's just a bent wing, I guess. I'll just stay here for about 10 breaths. And then you'll slowly lower to your belly and cross the hands at the top of the mat. Rest your forehead down See if you can place your forehead down right there at the base of the ring finger on the top of your hand. That's where the triple burner meridian begins. Take 3 long, slow breaths here, relaxing. You can take your feet apart if you'd like. Stay here for at least 3 to 5 more minutes if you can, but I'll end here just for the sake of time. I hope to see you tomorrow for another video for more yin yoga. Thank you for joining me today. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you have a beautiful day or night. Namaste.